One second. Uh, what is going on, family? Give me one second. Can you hear me now? Testing, testing. Can you hear me now? Yeah. I saw what you said, Nelly. Can you hear me now? Give me. Can you hear me now? Let me know. I think I made the correct adjustments. All right, thank you. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. It's like a whole new. It's like this. It's always some type of issue, And even now, I can't use my soundboard. Like my soundboard doesn't work right now. It's just a bunch of issues. If it's not one thing, it's another. If it's my my mic doesn't work. My computer's lagging. If it's not that, then the soundboard doesn't work. It just seems like it's always something, I don't know what the issue is. Yeah, thank you, Nelly. Yeah, man. Yeah, it just seems like it's always something. Yeah, I've been looking at my screen for the last couple minutes. I don't like I've been lagging, I don't see too much lagging. I don't know. I don't know why I was having that issue. I'm not lagging anymore. It's like one issue after another. Yeah, I'm looking at the screen. I don't see my thing. Yo, divine understanding, bro. What's your problem, bro? Hold on, bro. Like what's your problem? Like what is your problem, divine understanding? I'm gonna keep putting you in timeout, bro. Because like what is your problem? Like, like what is your problem? Why do you want to come into people's lives and tell people you're sticky? Like what do you get out of that? I don't understand it. It's not funny. You just look weird and corny. I don't get it. Like, what's the point? Nobody's laughing. I'm not laughing. Nobody here thinks it's funny. You're telling somebody you're sticky. Oh, I'm wet. All of these like weird soy boy jokes. Like, and that's the thing with a lot of young men in this generation. Y'all are just real weird. Y'all weird little niggas. Like, I don't get it. Like what's funny about telling somebody you're sticky or having all these weird jokes? Like, I don't get it. What do you get out of it? I don't get it. Like, you telling me you're sticky, you telling me all of this stuff about your genitalia. It's like, dog, like, you just look weird. Like, what are you telling me this for? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's not funny. Like, it's not funny. Like there's really like a generational gap. Like the things that my generation thought was funny compared to like the newer kids, the younger kids, what they think is funny. It's a huge gap. Like, we didn't think shit like that was funny. Like, somebody like, telling like all these like weird kind of gay jokes. Like when we had gay jokes back in the day, we were more so calling people like not to make fun of people that are in that lifestyle. And I'm not trying to I don't want no beef. But we were calling people that. It feels like in this generation, these kids of this generation, they're more about making these jokes about how like gay they are. Like, it's not about because when I was coming up, we would be like, oh, you like we would probably say the F word, which wasn't right probably, but we will more so call people that, right? In this generation, they joke more about being that, and it's like, it's weird. It's a huge disconnect. Like, we never, like, when I was coming up, we never joked like that. That wasn't like funny to us. Like, that wasn't funny. We never got any laughs out of that. I don't get it. But okay. Yo, do you know Mr. Telephone by New Edition? Yes, I do. Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. When I call my baby's number, oh, I get a wait. What is it? When I call my baby's number, I get a download. I get a ring all the time. Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. Yeah, that's a hit right there. That's a hit right there. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike. New Edition, man. Classic R&B group. Nelly says a soy boy. Soy, you know what a soy boy is? It's just like, just like these real effeminate young men in this generation. The soy boy. Yeah, just like real soft and gushy and just weird. It's like that's what pretty much what it is. Soy boy. Just a weird, young, effeminate man. That's what a soy boy is. A weird, young, effeminate man. Or boy, rather. Because they're not men. They're boys. A weird, young, effeminate boy. You know what I mean? Soy boy. It's like, because it's like the things that they joke about, it's not funny. It's like, dog, like any dude that was born in my generation. I was born in 1989, right? That stuff is not funny to us. You telling us all these weird gay jokes, telling us how gay you are and stuff like that. But like that's not funny. That doesn't make me laugh. I'm not intrigued by that. Okay, you gay. Okay, you're sticky. All these gay jokes. Okay, bro. That's what you like to do. That's what you like to do. I'm not laughing. I don't find it funny. It's like, okay, you telling me how gay you are. Cool. Hope you have fun with that. Hope you enjoy your lifestyle. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I don't get it. Like, see that's the disconnect of our generations, though. Like, our generations, like, I don't come from that. I don't come from that generation, so I don't like when they have these jokes, like these weird jokes. I don't get it. Like, I'm just like standing here, just like, okay, like, and you're telling me this for? Like, why are you telling me this for? I don't know what that is. You said I'll sub for what? I don't know what that is, bro. I don't know what that is. You could sub or you can't sub. It's up to you. You know what I mean? But I don't know what you're asking me to do. Oh, yeah, I get a click every time. That's Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. When I call my baby's number, I get a click over. For some reason, I'm thinking like dial. Like a dial. Because back in the day, it wasn't like, all right, if back in the day, if you called somebody's phone and you heard a click, that would mean they picked up the phone but banged it on you. Like, they picked it up, but they just, boom, banged it on you. I would think it would be a dial. I would think it would be like, when you call somebody, because back in the day, there wasn't like a caller ID. This is like the 80s when this song came out. So back, like, when you call somebody's phone and it rung after a certain amount of times, I think the call tone, it would be like a call tone or call dial, and it would be like, like it would be like a weird sound that it would make. So I would think it would be a dial, not somebody picking it up. Because if somebody picks up the phone and bangs it on you, then they don't want to talk to you. You pretty much know what that is. You know what I mean? I don't know what a shower time. I don't know what that is, fam. Salute, Sinclair. Sinclair's back in the building. Sinclair's back in the building. Yeah, we're talking about New Edition, Telephone Man, the popular song. I mean, it's a great song. Nelly says, I miss being able to slam the phone down. Yeah, don't you miss that? Don't you miss the flip phone era when you could just flip a phone and just boom, bang it on somebody? That was an era right there. People, we was in our bags back then. You had a little flip phone. Boom, just banging on somebody after a call was on. No, I'm gonna hang up the phone on this person. Bam. Slam the phone on. Yeah, that's a whole era that's lost, man. That was a beautiful era when we used to slam the phone. Yeah, but I would the Mr. Telephone song. I would think it would be the I hit a dial every time. It wouldn't be click. But I mean, maybe I'm just butchering the lyrics. Mr. Telephone Man, is something wrong with my line? When I call my baby's number, I hear click all the time. I'm about to look it up. Hold on. Let me look this up. For some reason, I feel like it's a dial. Let me look it up. Hold on. Mr. Telephone. Mr. Telephone. Yeah, Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. When I call my baby's number, I get a click every time. Okay, so it was a click. Okay, but if that's the case, then you already know what it is, right? If somebody back in the day, if you called somebody and they picked up the phone and you heard it click, to me that would mean that the person heard you, they knew who you was, and they banged it on you. To me, that's what I remember. Like if you didn't want to talk to somebody, you would bang it on them, you know. Sinclair says, I used to be on the phone and my brother would go into my parents' room and listen to my conversation. That's what it was like having a sibling. You know, you had a sibling that was mad nosy, you know what I mean, looking at everything you're doing. That's how we used to be, you know. You didn't have no privacy when you was coming up, when you was younger. I had the same thing, you know. I had an older brother, so he was less concerned with what I was doing, and I was more concerned with probably what he was doing. What's up, Jason? What's up, Jason? How y'all feel about the Boston Celtics winning the finals, man? That happened today. The Boston Celtics. I'm kind of mad because my favorite team is the Lakers. That's my favorite basketball team is the Lakers. So I'm a little aggy that they now have one championship over us because we were tied for 17 apiece. 17 championships for the Lakers, 17 championships for the Boston Celtics. Now they have one upped us, and I'm a little aggy. Gotta be honest. Officer Joanne, how you doing? What's up? How y'all nights going though? How y'all feel about the Boston Celtics winning the championship? Aren't you disgusted? I'm kind of disgusted. If there's one place on this earth that doesn't deserve a championship, it's Boston. Boston is like one of the most racist place on the planet. It's a terrible racist place. So it's racist people in Boston. It's one of the most racist. Like when you hear basketball players talk about how racist it is, that they're playing games and you know somebody's yelling the N-word at them, like you know, like New York, we would never do something like that. New York, because New York has so many different ethnicities, and we're very encompass of every culture and ethnicity, right? And then a lot of places are like that. And a lot of places, you know, and even in the South, you know, you would think the South would kind of be like that, but the South is not like the old South. You know, a lot of people are more accepting of other races, and you know, they understand that the basketball players are there to entertain, and you don't need to be calling them the N-word and stuff like that and saying all these racial obscenities. But in Boston, it's like, you know, it's a really racist town, and it's really bad. That's a bad look for the league. It's a very bad look for the league. I mean, look at the history of Bill Russell. Rest in peace to that black man, powerful black man. All of the stuff he dealt with in Boston. You know, people breaking into his house, pooping into his bed, stealing his trophies. I mean, they treated that black man like garbage, and all he did was bring championships to that city, and they treated that black man like garbage. It's a racist place. It's a racist city. They don't deserve no NBA championship. You know, they don't deserve no NBA championship. You know what I mean? Great team, and it's less indicative of the team. Like, you know, they've had great teams. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, ish on the team. The team is a great team. just like the teams in the past. I'm not going in on the teams of the Boston Celtics. I'm more so going in on the fans. The fans don't deserve, a great team. A bunch of racist white people out there. Nelly says the police be on social media just as much as everyone else. That's a fact. The police be doing overtime online. Florence says some cops are on break. Don't judge. Hey man, I work with the police. If y'all don't know, I work with the police. That's why one of my I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Cops are cops. I don't have a problem with the cops, man. You need the cops. We need cops. So I don't have a problem with cops. What else we got in here? Name says that's a racist statement. What's a racist statement? Nelly going hard with the the deleted messages. I didn't even catch that one. What did he say? Hold on. Pretty sure this dude left this. Hey, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. Name, come on, don't be sensitive. That's what Sinclair said. Yeah, listen, man. We need cops. Nothing wrong with the police, I'm a supporter of the police. Frank says, you look like you sweat grease. Nelly just deleted it. Salute to Nelly, man, putting in that overtime. Oh, man. Salute to Nelly. Oh, man. I don't even know why he said it like I sweat grease. Like I do look like I'm oily right now, but I'm not hot. I'm not hot at all. Like I'm not even sweating. Like it's just my skin is just what it just looks like oily right now. But I'm not sweating. Like, I'm not hot at all. I don't have not one sweat dripping off of me right now. So I don't know why I look like I'm drenched in grease. Like I don't know why. Or why you said like I sweat grease. I don't know why you said that. I don't know. Because I'm a big bone guy, I guess. I don't know. Nelly says people play too much. Yeah, they do. Joanne came first. Comment a thumbs up and left. Yeah. I don't know. Hedgehog says oil up. Nah, I'm kind of oily the way I look. I'm looking at myself on the screen. I look like I'm oiled up right now. But it's not like I'm not hot though. I'm not. This is like none of this stuff is sweat though. Like it's just. I guess it's just the oils in my skin. I don't know. I'm not hot. This is not sweat. Like I don't have not one sweat dripping off of me right now. It's just like I don't know. I just look oily. I don't know. Sorry. Make It Rain says people just ain't got that good skin like us, bro. That's a fact, man. A lot of white people, they come on here, they mad because their skin ain't popping. They ain't got that nice glistening skin, that bronze skin that just shines. They aggy, Yeah, man. Make It Rain. Salute Make It Rain. He says we look younger, longer. That's a fact, man. They mad. I got natural oils in my skin. My skin is looking good, man. They're mad. I'm looking vivacious right now. Yeah, I don't know. I was more so talking about earlier, and I think that's a good topic that I brung up. It's like a disconnect with a lot of these younger men in this generation, man. Like, well, why do younger men in this generation joke like that? Like, it was some guy, I forgot his name. He came in here. He's talking about like his genitalia. He's talking about how sticky he is and all this weird stuff. And I'm just like, dog, like, Like why are you on here telling me this? Like they be thinking that stuff is funny. Like it's like more so young men, and I don't like to generalize. I'm not gonna say it's every young man, but it's like young men that were like born in like maybe like late 90s to like maybe early 2000s. Like they be thinking that type of stuff is funny, like joking about how like gay they are, or, like, like they be talking about taking two, or joking about their genitalia. It's like, dog, like why are you telling me this? Like where are we going? Like they be thinking that stuff is funny, and it's a disconnect, because like when I was coming up, when I was their age and younger, like we were joking, we were like clowning people for being that. We were like saying, oh, like we were saying like the F word, and I'm not saying it was right, it was wrong to, even if you are, and I don't support that lifestyle or that community, but even if you're in that community and live that lifestyle, I don't think it's right for people to call you the F word, right? But I'm not going to sit up here and say it's the same as calling somebody the N word, because it's not. But you shouldn't call somebody that word. Like we would be calling people that. We would like call people like the F word, or like we would call them soft, or we would call them like gay or something like that. In this generation, like they're more so joking about, oh, I am that. Oh, that's what I do. That's what I like. So it's like, for me, it's like a real disconnect. Like, I don't get the gay jokes. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like if that's your lifestyle, that's how you are, then cool. Okay, that's what you like to do. And if you're joking about that and you're heterosexual, I don't get the joke. Like what are you trying to tell? Like it's a disconnect for me. I don't get it. Like I don't get it. I truly don't. Nelly says, Joanne, we were originally talking about Pastor Whitehead going to prison. Exactly, we were, and then my stream started messing up. Then I was like, let me start a new stream. This stream, I'm just talking. Yeah. Maybe I should have just did the Pastor Whitehead thing again. But I was like, let me just come on here, because I mean, this is just a test show right here. I just want to come on here and test. Like, I'll stay on and talk for a little bit. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact, Nelly. Yeah, YouTube was hating. It was hating on the stream. You know. Make It Rain says 89, baby. Yeah, me too, man. I was born in 89 too. That's a fact. I was born in 1989 too. That's a fact. Yeah, it's mostly like the young men that were born in like the late 90s and the early 2000s. Like they be joking, like they be having like these weird gay jokes, and I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like if that's your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. If that's what you subscribe to, if you're of that community and that's what you are, respect to you, live your life, be free. I'm not calling for hate on you. You know what I mean? Live your lifestyle, be free. I don't understand why it's a joking manner to be like that. Though. I was like, that's what you like to do. That's what you like to do. And if you're heterosexual and joking about it, I don't get it either. Like, what's the joke there? I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Nelly said, I was born in 1980. Okay. 1980s baby, 90s kid. That's what's up. That is what's up. That is what's up. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdos on the internet. Oh, let me tell y'all this story. I'm on here. I might as well tell this story. Let me tell y'all this story. Let's do some story time. I have a story. I think I was catfished. Let me tell y'all this story. I think I was catfished recently. So like, let me lay this story out, right? So I be on Thread. I don't know if y'all know about Thread. Thread is like Instagram's answer to Twitter, right? They made this new thing. It's called Thread. It's pretty much it's in the meta. It's like in the meta of Facebook and Instagram. It's all owned by Facebook, right? So it's the answer to Twitter. So I'm on Thread. I got like an account. Like I'm pretty much like I'm getting like a lot of views on like Thread just for like talking about different things, stuff like that. So then it's this girl, right? There's this girl on there, and like she's like liking all of my pictures. Then she finds my Instagram, and then she's like liking all of my pictures on Instagram. So I'm just like, okay. Like the thing about me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Keep it a hundo. You can like all of my pictures. You can comment to all of my pictures. You can like all of my pictures. I'm not jumping in your DM. That's just not my style. I'm not the type of dude to jump in a random girl's DM. Like I used to do that. Don't get me wrong. I used to do that. But like at this point in my life, it's just like I'm not jumping in no random woman's DMs. It's not my style. It's not my style. Like I'm the type of person. I want to be face to face with a woman. I want to see her in person. I want to talk to her in person. I want the face to face experience if I'm courting a woman. I don't like the whole let me jump in your DMs and talk to you. Like even like with the online dating, like I'm not really into that, like stuff like that. I'm more into the face to face meeting, right? So this girl, she jumps into my DMs, right? And then she starts like flirting with me and all that. She's an attractive girl, so I'm just like talking to her and stuff like that. And then she winds up like giving me her number, right? So I'm just like, I'm looking at her pictures. I'm like, okay, this is a cute girl. Like, let me talk to her, right? I'm like talking to her or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know, like the conversation just felt like real robotic. Like, you ever talk to somebody and the conversation is like real robotic. It just feels like, you're talking to a robot, or like it's just like not even like it's a robot. It's more so like the chemistry is not there. Like you're talking to a girl, or maybe if you're a woman, you're talking to a dude, and maybe the chemistry is not really going anywhere. It's not like there's not like a real spark here, right? So then we was talking just for like a little bit. It wasn't like no deep conversation either. So then like we stopped writing, and then like I didn't hear from her for like the next day. Like mad late, like, and that's another thing. Like if you text me, if I text you Monday, 8:00 p.m. and you respond back to me the next day at like 11 p.m., don't text me back, because I'm not responding back to you, right? I'm not responding back to you. So then she responds back to me like way later the next day, and I'm just like, okay, like. Because if you do that to me, I'm gonna do it to you. So it's like she responds back to me, and then like I don't say nothing back to her. I just like I'm not really interested in like if that's what you think of my conversation, you're gonna just text me back 11 hours later, then I'm not gonna respond back to you. So then I didn't respond back to. So then the next day, right? The next day, keep in mind, I didn't text this girl that whole day, right? The whole next day. So it's the third day now. She gets into my DMs, and then she texts me. He texts me good morning in my DMs, and then she texts me on my phone, on my text messages, and I'm just like, why is she like hounding me? Like you just DM'd me, and then you texted me, and I overanalyze everything. Like I wasn't really focus on her like that. So then I was like, let me do some research on this person. So then I'm like doing the research on this person, and I'm just like, I went to their original account, the Thread account. I'm like looking at their account. I'm just like, yo, this something about this account just looks weird. It just seems like real weird. And I went to her Instagram, and this is how you know if somebody's real or if somebody's fake. Go to their Instagram account and go to like pictures that they've been tagged in. If you go to their Instagram account and they haven't been tagged into no other people's pictures, more than likely it's a catfish account. So I did that, and then I went to like all her pictures on Instagram. I was like, where's her friends at? There's no pictures of her friends, no pictures of her family, no pictures of people she may know. I'm just like, yeah, it just seems weird. Then I go to her like Thread account. Like I had to do my research. I'm very big on research because you gotta think this person's like blowing me up on my phone. I'm like, who am I really talking to here? I could be talking to a serial killer for all I know. So I go to the Thread account. I'm looking at all this weird stuff on their account. I'm just like, yo, this is like, it's like somebody like trying to catfish me, right? And they still like, they were like blowing them up all together. I just wound up blocking them because it's like, bro, like, why are you catfishing people in 2024? Like, what are we doing here? Why are we catfishing people in 2024? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Sinclair says, I've been catfished. It was awful. Really? What happened, Sinclair? Let me know the story. I want to hear the story. Nelly says, make it rain, Moody man. Make it rain says, yeah, we getting old. Gotta use our time wisely nowadays. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Man. We're not getting no younger. That's a fact. Nelly says, the freaks are coming out the woodwork today. Sinclair says, remember, you're a guest in the chat. Exactly, man. They got they gotta have some type of coof and some type of respect, man. They come in here and they think they can just say whatever, do whatever. Like, first of all, when you first come in here, you need to wipe your feet when you walk in here. Because I don't know what other channels you've been in and what other mud you've been rolling around. You need to wipe your feet when you come in here, I mean, that's a fact, But yeah, man, it's being catfished. It is awful. It's very weird. It's very it's like, to me, I don't get it. I don't get the point of talking to somebody like with a fake profile. Like you're concerting a lot of energy to somebody that if they probably met the real you or the real person, they probably would not want to talk to you. So it's like, what's the point of just putting this facade up? It's like a real waste of energy. Like, instead of like faking and trying to be this random person, why not just work on you? Why not work on your life? Work on whatever you're doing, whether it's a hobby or whether it's a relationship, whatever it may be. Why not work on you? Why fake and pretend to be this person? Like, you know what I mean? I don't get it. It's just, I don't get it. I truly don't. Sinclair says his picture wasn't close to reality, and he showed up. Hold on, Sinclair. Hold on. I gotta read this. Sinclair says his picture wasn't close to reality, and he showed up in a golf court and missing teeth. He had no teeth, Sinclair? Like, all of his teeth was missing, or was it just some of it? Was it like bits and pieces of his teeth? Like, was it like, did he have like dentures? Like what was the dental situation? Was it like pieces of his teeth missing, or was it like he had like the whole front row missing? What was it? And where did you meet him on, Sinclair? I'm curious now. Like, what website was it? Sinclair says the remaining ones were loose and moved when he talked. Wow. So he had like the denture joints. Okay. He had the polygrip joints. Looked like he chewed on a rock. The remaining ones were loose and moved when he talked. That's crazy. I've never been catfished like that. I'll be crazy. That's crazy. That's nutty. I ain't gonna lie. Like, what website was it on, Nelly? Was it like an online dating type of joint? Like, was somebody did somebody set you up? Like, oh, like, I want you to meet my friend. Like, was it like one of those type of things, or was it like an online dating type of thing? Sinclair said he ain't had no teeth. Like he chewed on rocks. That's crazy. I kept thinking I'm punked. How'd you get out of it too? Like did you go through the date, or did you just leave? Oh, plenty of fish. Yeah, I've definitely been on that website. Yeah, you could definitely find one of those on there. That's crazy. Plenty of fish, yeah. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say something else, but plenty of fish. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So did you go through the date, or did you just say, I think I want to get out of here. It was nice meeting you. How'd you get out of it? Nelly says, Sinclair, I thought you were going to see farmersonly.com. Yeah, you don't strike me as a plenty of fish type of gal, Sinclair. You seem like the type of girl you would try to like stay away from those type of sites. Because the reason I say that is because I've been on those sites. I've been on plenty of fish before, and I know like what be on there. It'd be like especially like when I first was using it, it was a lot of nonsense on there. That's a fact. It was a lot of nonsense on there. A lot of nonsense. Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to know how you got out of it. Because I ain't gonna lie, like if you show up to a date, like even though like they catfished you, even though they catfished you, you still showed up to the date. So it's like, what do? Do you stay for the date? Do you just leave? You know, like for me, if I got catfished by a girl and she did that to me, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I would leave. Like if she posted up pictures and it's like you know what I mean, some bad joint, like some India love looking joint. You know what I mean, then you pull up and she look like Precious, something like that. I ain't gonna lie, I would leave. I ain't gonna lie, I would leave. I would leave because you don't do stuff like that. You don't do stuff like that. You don't do stuff like that. Nelly says, I've been married so long and I'm blessed. I didn't have to deal with online dating and all those effing weirdos. Yeah, man, it's a lot of weirdos on online dating sites, man. It's a sketchy place. Sinclair says, my sister made me do it. She said I needed a man. I purposely put bad pictures up, hoping they'd be surprised. Okay. Oh man. Sinclair says I stayed through coffee and bounced out. I removed my profile. That's interesting. So you at least step through the day. You better than me, Sinclair. Cause I would have left. I'm not sitting through no date and you just catfish me. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Yeah, you better than me. Right. You catfish me like that, I'm leaving. Yeah, you catfish me like that, I'm leaving. Like if a girl put up like some pictures that was like she was like bad and all of that, and then I'll pull up and it's like a whole another person and nothing like the pictures, I'm out of there. I'm not staying there. I'm not apologizing for it because it's like you tricked me. You tricked me. You tricked me. You know what that would be like? That would be like if I put up pictures of some dude that had like a six pack, had like a six pack or something like that, and then like I showed up as me. Like I would understand a woman being mad, like she thinking she about to get some dude with a six pack and all of this stuff like that. I mean, I could see a woman being mad, like yo, I was thinking I was messing with the dude with the six pack. I ain't got no six pack, so I could understand. I'll be like, okay, yeah, like I kind of understand. So I would never do that to a woman. Like I would never do that. Like, if you don't like me for me, then you don't like me. I'm not gonna put no picture up of a whole nother nigga thinking I'm gonna get some cheeks. Like nah. Sinclair says, so Dave from Idaho, I'm still not available. Oh, is that the dude's name, Dave? Nelly says him being from Idaho should have been your first red flag. There's some good men in Idaho. Come on. There's some good men in Idaho. There's good men everywhere. Let's be real. Dave from Idaho. And he had no teeth. Yeah, man. I mean, I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening because it'd be a lot of sketchy stuff on those websites. That's a fact. I'm not gonna lie though. I've never been through nothing like that. I've never had an experience like that where it was like somebody catfished me like that. I ain't gonna lie. That could be like kind of traumatizing. It's like, damn. Have you been to Idaho, Nelly? Have you been to Idaho, Nelly? You can't say it's nothing but rednecks out there. Hey, yeah, they got some they got different ethnicities out there in Idaho. You know? I've never been to Idaho, so I can't really speak on Idaho. I've never been to Idaho. I haven't really been a lot of places. I've only been to a few places in life. I haven't really been a lot of places. That was my when I went to Costa Rica. That was my first time on a plane. I've never been on a plane before. I haven't been a lot of places. So I can't really speak on Idaho. I've only been outside of Costa Rica. I've only been to DC, New Jersey. I don't really count that though, because New York and Jersey is right next to each other. But DC, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. I mean, I'm not going to count Delaware and Philly, but those places, I guess. I haven't really been a lot of places outside of Costa Rica. Sinclair says, I live here. It's beautiful. Well, okay, that's what's up. I do want to go to like Middle America. I do want to see like, Middle America. I heard it's like really beautiful in Middle America though. Idaho, home of the potatoes. Nelly says, I've never been. I'm just being fictitious. Nelly says, I'm just joking. Sanchez says, Wyoming, Montana, Southern Oregon, the worst. And I'm from the South. Really? I was thinking about going to Montana, man. Really? I was thinking about going to Montana. Just to visit, just to see what it's like out there. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. Even though I'm from New York, even though I'm from Long Island, I don't consider myself a New York. A New York. I used to live in Virginia, And I kind of fancy myself more of a Southern gentleman, man. I don't really like fit in with the whole New York thing. I'm not like big on New York. Like even like when you hear me talk about New York, like I'm big on Long Island. I'm not big on New York. Like I'm big on where I'm from. Like I don't be jacking like I'm from Queens or I'm from Brooklyn or Harlem, and I don't be doing all of that. Like I'm big on where I'm from, like Long Island. Like I wear Long Island as a badge of honor. But like I love the South. I really do. I love the South. I really do. You cannot compare Southern women to New York women. I had that whole debate online before. It's like it's a whole nother world, man. A New York dude, if he meets a Southern woman, he will never want to come back to New York. I guarantee you. If you take most of the men out of New York and they meet a quality Southern woman, they will not want to come back to New York because the women in New York, respectfully, no disrespect to them, because there's some good New York women, but respectfully, they are extremely masculine. Extremely masculine. They're quick to tell you S my D and like, you know, all of this stuff, and they talk real aggressive, and like it's not attractive. It's not attractive. They're like, and when you're around Southern women, like they have a real feminine nature about them. A lot of them, they know how to cook, they know how to maintain a home. A lot of Southern women, like when I moved to Virginia, like it was a culture shock to me. Like you got to think, I was in my 20s. Like I'm used to like when I went to Virginia, I'm used to like having in New York. When I was in New York, I was used to like girls living, you know, at home with their family, living at home with their father, their mother, or something like that. Like when I went to Virginia, it was like a culture shock. I'm meeting all these girls that they got their own apartment. Some of them had their own houses. It was like a culture shock to me. Like living in New York, that was rare to me. Meeting a girl with her own apartment, meeting a girl with her own house, like that was something I was never used to until I went down south. So it was a culture shock for me. You know what I mean? And it was like I tell people, if you take most of the men out of New York and they meet a quality Southern woman, they will not want to move back. They would say, "Nah, I'm gonna stay down south, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself a cowboy hat. I'm gonna go get myself some overalls, not ovaries, overalls. I mean, go get me some chewing tobacco, spit in this cup. You know, that's a fact, man. It's a fact. Montana is beautiful. I want to go to Montana. Nelly says those states are beautiful. Yeah, I would think they are. You know, a lot of wildlife, a lot of mountains and stuff like that. Sanchez says they got some good outdoor too. Yeah, I'm sure they probably do. Nelly says I'm Southern woman. You better not say nothing bad. Nah, I don't got nothing negative to say about Southern women. I just said it, you know. Southern women are way better than New York women. Listen, it's not even comparable. You can't compare a Southern woman to a New York woman. It's not even comparable. It's not comparable at all. It's not comparable. Sinclair says, Sanchez, I'm an outdoor person. I love Montana Billings, not so much. Aboud says, tell me a secret for $10. Okay, here's my secret. I'm not wearing any pants right now. That's my secret. Here's my $10. I'm not wearing pants right now. You probably don't know that, but that's my secret for tonight. I'm not wearing any pants. I'm wearing drawers, but I'm not wearing any pants. There you go, Nelly coming with the ism today. Nelly says, Aboud Key, the ancient Hebrews were heavily melanated. You better give them that history, girl. Give them that history. Wake him up, girl. Sinclair says, Abu, Nixon had access to Tesla technologies. Is that true? Nixon had access to Tesla technologies. Y'all do know a lot of that stuff though. Like we had all of that stuff before. Like a lot of technology. Like we've had it for like decades. But they've like slowly brung it out. Like if you look at a lot of old stuff, like FaceTime is a good example. Like FaceTime, like they was doing FaceTime back in the day, like back in the 60s and 70s. Like they was like showing how people was going to use FaceTime. I believe we had all of these types of different technologies back in the day, all these different types of things and stuff like that. But they just slowly brung it out. But I think we've always had it for decades. Sinclair says, yes, I was a archivist for the Nixon Library. Oh, wow. Okay. Nelly says, I need some videos to watch about Nixon and Tesla. Pokemon says, Bereshith, Hebrew Islam, is Genesis 1 in ancient Hebrew. Yeah, man. Nah, but that's crazy, though. Yeah, I never heard that, though. I never heard that. I had never heard that. I had never heard that before. I kind of don't like my hair in my face like this. I'm gonna have to get my braids again. How do y'all like my hair, by the way? I dyed it red. In case you were wondering, I did dye my hair red. I'm a redhead now. I'm a redhead now. Yeah, man. Take a sip of water. Yeah, whatever I did, I must have fixed whatever my issue was because I'm not having any lag in this. I've been watching the whole time. I haven't had any lag. Oh, I just froze. Okay, I'm back now. Sinclair says Nixon was friends with Trump's uncle, and in the last years, Trump allowed Nixon to use his private plane. Well, you was doing the archives for Nixon. Let me ask you this, Sinclair. Did Nixon? Not Nixon. What's the FBI? J. Edgar Hoover. Was he? Did Nixon have any dirt on J. Edgar Hoover? Because I heard a couple of the presidents, because pretty much J. Edgar Hoover, he had a lot of dirt on a lot of presidents, but I heard a couple of them had fouls on him too. I heard the mafia had a foul on him. I heard Lyndon B. Johnson, he had a foul on him. A couple people had fouls on him as well. But I want to know, did Nixon, was Nixon like, a lot of presidents didn't like him. They wasn't really fans of his, Nelly says the red looks good. Thank you. Thank you, Nelly. I didn't want to make it too red, I thought the dark reddish was okay. Sinclair, Nelly, the NDA for the library until recently when Harry Kissinger died. Nelly says Hoover was straight garbage. Absolutely, yeah, he was a terrible dude, man. Closeted too. Hated black people too. Closeted. Had a strong disdain for black people. There was way more things to be concerned with than black people, but he was real concerned with black people, man. Yeah, all those years, all the things going on, you fighting communism, you're fighting Russia, Cuba with nuclear arms in cahoots, all of the different things that was going on in terms of foreign politics and what was going on in the country and stuff like that. You were concerned with black people, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he hated black people. He had a strong disdain for black people. Nelly says he dismantled the civil rights movement in conjunction with our intelligence alphabet boys. Absolutely, he absolutely did. He absolutely did. He absolutely did. Nelly Sinclair says, fun fact: president libraries are where presidents hide their files from congressional libraries. That's why they have them. Really? I heard Trump was about to unleash all of the files in terms of the JFK files. What's the report? What's the report called? Got the name of the report for the JFK assassination. They were supposed to unseal all of those files, but he felt, this is what Trump said, he felt that if he were to unseal those files, that it would cause panic in the American, some wild stuff. I'm thinking bro, I mean, it happened 60, 70 years ago. We want to know what happened. We want to know the full deal. We all, at this point, let's be real, in terms of JFK, we all know it was an inside job. Come on, bro. Anytime when something like that happens, and it's all these different stories and all these different conspiracies, all that points is to there being an inside job. Because it's too many damn stories. It's too many damn stories. Think about it. Tupac and Biggie's assassinations, those things happened 30 years ago. We pretty much know the full story of what happened. JFK, his whole thing, you got 100 different stories. This person, the magic bullet, the grassy knolls. Oh, Jack Ruby, he worked with the mafia. The mafia did it. And all these people, Russian spy, all of these different things. It's just clearly it was an inside job. Clearly it was a bunch of people working in cahoots. And Trump didn't want to let those files through. We pretty much know what had happened. Sinclair says JFK was going to dismantle the CIA. I believe it. I believe it. It was too much. It was too much invested interest in other people wanting to get rid of him. It was a lot of invested interest. It was too many people that you could tell that it was a lot of hands in it. I believe it was mafia. I believe it was governmental. I believe they were all working in cahoots because they all had an invested interest in that whole debacle that happened. Nelly says Obama kicked that off. Man, Obama is a swashbuckling coon. Him and Michael. A swashbuckling coon. Yeah, I'm no fan of Obama, man. Sinclair said after the Bay of Pigs debacle, yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of invested interest. It was a lot of different entities that wanted to see him gone. The mafia, they had a gripe. The governmental agencies, they had a gripe. Everybody had a gripe with him. It was clearly it was an inside job. Because anytime you hear an assassination and it's 20, 30 different stories, that just tells you that they're trying to divert. They're trying to divert your mind to entertain all these different, things that could have happened. No. We want to know what really happened. I believe it was called the Warren Report. There we go. Yeah, the Warren Report. They did a full forensic investigation on what happened. Absolutely crazy. Now it says, oh no, it started with Bush. Oh, the village idiot. George Bush. Senior. Not senior, actually junior. Yeah, junior. I actually like George Bush. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually, outside of him, like, destroying the government and sending us into plummeting us into like almost another Great Depression. I kind of like George Bush. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of liked him. I kind of like George Bush. I actually like George Bush Jr. more than I like Obama. I'll be honest with you. Yo, no, not senior. I'm talking about junior. I was too young for senior. I was a baby to understand his whole presidency. I remember living under the Clinton administration. I remember living underneath the Bush administration. I remember living underneath, the Trump and the Biden administration. But, Bush Senior, I was too young to remember what was going on. From what I hear, he wasn't that good of a president. From what I hear. He wasn't very memorable. He's not mentioned with, some of the best presidents. Sinclair says, Senior is a filthy scumbag. Nelly says, I was in elementary school with Bush Senior. Yeah, man. Who would y'all say is the best? I don't know, this is like a random question, but who would y'all say is the best United States president? Have we? I'm talking to black people here. Who would y'all say is the best president, the best United States president that we ever had for this country? It could be past, it could be present, it could be maybe in the last 10, 15 years. Who would y'all say was the best president? In terms of like policies, in terms of just like, economics, education, just, in terms of everything, the economy, all of that. Who would y'all say was the best president? in like just, in general. Now it says he put us in a war too. We talking about senior or junior? Sinclair says Polk. You talking about Polk? The isn't that one of the presidents? That's like one of the presidents from back in the day. You talking about Polk? You got to educate me on that president. I don't know. You talking about James K. Polk? Is that his name? I don't know. Why would you say him though? Why would you say him, if that's your answer? Why would you say him though? Just my opinion as a black man, I don't think we've ever had a good president. If you could point at every president and say that they were absolutely terrible for black people, including Obama. Absolutely including Obama in that as well. I can't think of one president that black people have had that we have benefited from them being in office, including Obama. Nelly says JFK because he tried to dismantle the elite groups who got the politicians in their pockets. Okay. Well, he kind of dropped the ball on the Bay of Pigs thing. I mean, people pretty much give him the full blame on that. I mean, You know, he had a couple misses. Sinclair's yep. Sinclair says, yep, 11th president. He was not a Mason and truly loved our country. He's talking about James K. Polk. well, let me ask you this, Sinclair. Why didn't he free the slaves? Why did he do nothing for black people? Why didn't he do none of that for black people? Why didn't he give black people rights, freedoms, liberties? Why didn't he do none of that? That white man probably had 100 slaves in his house. He didn't give no freedom. I can't say he was a good president. Any president that had slaves, I don't know if I could put them on my best presidents list, irregardless of him being a Mason or not. If he had slaves, then more than likely he was a bad person. Sinclair says he fought the Federal Reserve. Okay. Sausage Mahoney says we was Kangs and ish. Yeah, man, we was, man. We was. We absolutely was, man. We absolutely was, man. Who would you say, Nelly? Sinclair says James K. Polk. Who would you say is the best president that we ever had? I'm curious to see the answer on that. I'm curious to see the answer on that. I don't think we've ever had one. To be honest with you, I think every U.S. president, you can have a gripe with them. Sinclair says Polk for foreign policy as well. Okay. Sausage Mahoney says they took. Oh yeah, you said JFK. I'm bugging, Nelly. Yeah, you're right. You did say JFK. My fault. Sausage Mahoney says they took our names. Yeah, they did, man. You know. You ain't lying, man. You giving us the ism tonight. You're not lying. You giving us the ism tonight. And then Sausage Mahoney says BLM. BLM is a scam, all right? BLM is a scam. Sorry. I don't think that's a debate anymore that BLM is a scam. All right? I think it's doing us a disservice if we're even mentioning BLM. It's a scam. BLM was a scam. To this day, we don't know where none of that money went. Well, we know where it went. It went to buying people houses and stuff like that. That, you know what I mean? We thinking that the money is going to, you know, help black people fight for our causes. No. Your money's gonna be going to buying one of these LGBTQers a mansion. One of these black feminist mansions or something like that. That's where your money was going. Nelly says BLM has no respect with the grassroots black community. That's a fact. Sinclair says buying large mansions. Exactly. That's a fact, man. I wish I had my soundboard. That's a fact, man. All of that money, like, I'm about to look that up. Let me just look this up real quick, because they collected so much money. How much money did BLM get? Hold on, because I'm very, because they got a lot of donations. I remember like when all the protests was happening and stuff like that with James Floyd and the Breonna Taylors, and like it was like huge corporations giving like large amounts of money. I think I read somewhere it was some billionaire. He gave like $100 million to BLM. I'm like, yo, like where's all this money going? BLM, wait, how much money? Wait, let me look this up real quick. How much money did BLM get the organization offered the first official accounting of its financials recently, disclosing a filing by the IRS. So they're not really telling. After raising $90 million in 2020, Black Lives Matters has 42 million in assets. Wow. And black people haven't seen not one dime of that money. So pretty much 90 million in donations, yo. 90 million in donations. That's ludicrous. And it went to buying some black LGBT woman mansions. Oh man, when are we gonna wake up, man? Yeah. I just read it. Yeah, 90 million. Yeah, it's crazy, man. $90 million. $90 million. They haven't come to not one black community and fix up the community, fix up the infrastructure, build wellness centers, build hospitals, build roads, build grocery stores, build any place that could teach kids financial literacy. Build absolutely nothing. Just build more mansions for them to lay in, man. It's crazy. $90 million. You would think $90 million, they could go to at least maybe 3 to 4 black communities, build something, let it be a hospital, something, a wellness center for the people in the community. You would think that $90 million, you would think they'd be able to build something, crazy. Nelly says, anytime we start anything good for the community, that issue is infiltrated expeditiously. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Absolutely. Sinclair says, not even a bookmobile. That's a fact. Remember that? Remember the bookmobiles back in the day? Nah, that's a fact, Sinclair, though. That's a fact. I remember the bookmobiles. Yeah, they couldn't even get the bookmobile. They couldn't even pay the bookmobile to pull up, man. Yo, $90 million and you can't even get the bookmobile to pull up. That's nuts, man. That is nuts. I ain't gonna lie, Sinclair. You brought me back with the bookmobile. I forgot all about the bookmobile. I ain't gonna lie. You brought me back with that one. That's like some old school shit right there. Do they still do the bookmobile? You brought me back with that one. I remember that. The bookmobile. Oh man. Buying large mansions. Oh man. Oh man. Well, listen, man. I had fun with y'all. I think I'm gonna close it out tonight. Nelly says in Florida they do. Oh really? They have bookmobiles in Florida? I'm thinking that's like an old school thing. Cause I remember them bookmobiles like back in the day. Like I remember back in elementary school, like we'd be in the we'd be like like we'll be outside in the playground, and then the bookmobile will pull up, almost like the ice cream truck. You go in the bookmobile, be a bunch of books on there, you can take out stuff like that. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, y'all have a good night, man. I'm gonna call it a night. Salute to Nelly, salute to Sinclair, salute to all the mods, man. Salute to everybody in the clouds, man. Yeah, I've been on here for a while. Yeah, it was nice chatting with y'all, man. I'm gonna see y'all guys. I'm gonna do a live tomorrow. I'm gonna come back on here tomorrow and talk my talk. Y'all have a blessed night. Y'all have a good day tomorrow. Y'all have a good productive day tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good day at work or whatever you're doing tomorrow, whether you're going to work or you're relaxing, man. Y'all have a blessed day, man. We out though. Y'all have a good night.